Good evening, good evening. Hello, night owls. Who is still awake? It's not even midnight yet, so you should still be there. Show me who's on, who's going to join me tonight. We'll have a little discussion. Hopefully, you all will participate. But it is Thursday night. Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's there? What kind of day did you have? It was good. Hopefully, you got a lot done. I've had a busy week so far, and tomorrow looks like it will be about the same, but that's okay because I like that. It's good busy. It's good busy. So, who's on? Who's on? Drop some comments. Say hello. Say hello. Say I'm here. Say I'm still awake. Give me a thumbs up, some hearts. Hey, Shambrika, one of my getting to be regular night owls here. So, who else is on? Who else is on? So, we're going to keep, we can have high energy without being loud, right? So, because it's nighttime. And so, although we're awake, we want to keep that mood and that energy so that we will be able to fall asleep well. So, and I try to leave you with some positive things. So, who else is on to join us? Who else is there? I'm going to give it about, let's see, maybe 30 more seconds and see if we get some folks to jump on. And then I will share a little bit. So, you know, I've been, when I was taking care of my mom and I had someone actually helping if I needed to leave the house just to get out of the house. Hey, Harriet. Um, I was using the library over by her house. And so I realized a couple of weeks ago that I have been in the house a lot, just staying safe. And, all of my work is virtual on the phone and online and on Zoom. So, I can even forget sometimes until it gets to be nighttime that I haven't been out for the day. So I started going to the library at least for like an hour or two to be able to get out, and I can still stay in relatively separate area because they have um, what is that, distancing, um, the appropriate distancing with the computers and stuff like that in the library. Although this library is very loud, I realized even the people behind the counter, they are, they speak very loudly in the library. So I guess the library is not a quiet place anymore. But anyway, I'm digressing there. I do that to get out of the house, and then even just for that hour or two, it makes a big difference, and I come back home and I do some more of what I need to do. So it's keeping me focused. It's helping to keep focused because then I don't just get bored and start looking at my walls around here or start thinking about all the things that I need to do otherwise. But I need to work on my businesses, and so that's what I want to stay focused on. All right, so that's just, I don't know, that's just me talking until some more of you joined on here, right? So tonight, again, I am not trying to make it into a book club, but I do want to share with you when things are significant to me. And I'm actually going to be on our mindset call tomorrow. Only the night owls get to find that out. I don't think that the early birds are going to know until tomorrow, right? Um, but I'm going to be on there, and we're going to be finishing up this book, the book of the month the greatest miracle in the world. And it was such a good book. I finished it so fast. So Harriet's on here, so I have to tell you a funny story. And then I'm going to post the picture because I told her it was going to make it onto Night Owl Chronicles. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to go visit Harriet and hang out. And we were reading our books. We were, and we were drinking wine too, but we were reading our books. And she got in the pool. She thought it was a good idea for her to get in the pool with her book. I put mine down to get in the pool. And she was so relaxed reading and sitting in the pool that the book started to enjoy being in the pool. So I'm gonna post the picture that I took. I told her I was gonna post it, and I told her I was gonna tell the story. But that's pretty cool because we were actually sharing time, having good fellowship. She cooked great seafood, so I really, really enjoyed that. And then we were relaxing and we were doing our personal development. So see, it's not reading and doing personal development is not being all fuddy-duddy. It's actually pouring into yourself, and it can be restful. It can be, um, eye-opening for you, enlightening, take you to a different place. This story is really, really phenomenal. I did cry. I think I shared that with you guys that I cried at the end of the book. And it wasn't for the character. That's what got my attention. It wasn't for the character. It's actually for what the book brought to mind for myself. And those brought tears. I'm not sure they were sad tears. I think it was just um, heightened awareness tears, if there's such a thing. For me, there was at least. But anyway, so I'm not going to keep you on here too long because we're going to been on here for a few minutes. So I'm going to read from this one page. Um, and I'll probably read this again tomorrow because I think that it's really significant. And it is in the middle of the story. So what I can tell you is this is Ogmandino, the greatest miracle in the world. It's an excellent book, and you should get it and you should read it. So here, but Simon, most of us are unhappy only because we have problems. I can take you right now in a hospital in this city where they have ward after ward of tremendously happy people. They're laughing all the time. They no longer face their problems, and there are bars in the windows. I am not suggesting, excuse me, I'm not suggesting an impossible euphoric state of permanent happiness as a lifetime shield from our problems. This is impossible. Problems, big and small, will be with every one of us as long as we live. Norman Vincent Peale once said that the only time he found people with no problems was when he walked through the cemetery. So, all of us are going to have problems, right? Um, so no hap excuse me, no happiness is not a cure-all. It is an antidote, something that will enable us to handle and deal with our problems and still maintain our self-esteem so that we do not resign from the human race. And the ultimate form of resignation, of course, is suicide. Why in the hell do we do such a poor job of dealing with our problems, Simon? Why are we all so unhappy when the ingredients for happiness are all around us? Is that another curse like original sin, only worse? Hmm. Why are we unhappy? I will repeat it for you. We are unhappy because we no longer have our self esteem. We are unhappy because we no longer believe we are a special miracle, a special creation of God. We have become cattle, numbers, punch cards, slaves, ghetto residents, all. We look to our mirrors and no longer see the godlike qualities that once were so evident. I should have put on my reading glasses. That's what you hear me. It's not that I can't read, it's because I'm not seeing until I stretch my arms out to see the words. Don't laugh at me. I have in my contacts, but I need my readers on. But anyway, we have lost faith in ourselves. We have really evolved into the naked apes that Desmond Morris wrote about. So, you know, we we, including me, we get so involved with our problems. We kind of think that it's the end of the world when we have the problems. No matter what problem it is, we can make them bigger just by how we think about them. And so, when we lose our confidence, we lose our self esteem, and then we don't actually live toward our purpose. So I think that this is really, we equate ourselves to a job, we equate ourselves to just punching in a clock. Guess most of us don't punch in a clock anymore. But still, you live by the clock. You watch the clock. You get in for 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and you leave at 5. And you evaluate yourself based on that particular activity of going to a job and how long you've been there and what have you. And there's so much more to us. There's so much more, and we get so lost in the problems that we actually don't. Um, find where we had that joy inside of us to then keep going forward. We should always be able to find that. It's not that, like, Simon said, it's not like bad things aren't going to happen. It's not like they're not serious things. It's not that they're not valid, but those things happen all the time to everyone. And as Simon don't have problems anymore. So as long as we're on this earth, we're going to have problems, but it's how we respond to them and then how we go about the rest of our business, the reason why we're here, our purpose. And so you'll hear me talk about that a lot because I've become very aware that I need to do that. And definitely, when my mom was sick, and I was doing a lot of stuff for her, and I was tired. It really became a time where I had to figure out how much mental toughness did I have, how much resilience did I have, because it was a blessing that I could be there for her, definitely, and I could be by her side and be working from home. That's a blessing for sure. And so that was priceless time. But in those moments, sometimes it was a lot. It was a lot. There were things that I needed to do, and I was awake until 3 o'clock. I was falling asleep on myself because I was so tired from the care that I had to give and the different running around and what have you. I wasn't just tending to myself, I was tending to someone else that I cared about, and I wanted to make sure that, I didn't get caught up in the negative emotions that you feel when you're tired. And so, but I needed to stay on course. I needed to continue to do the other things that I did. Otherwise, months later, then that shows up and then that makes you upset because then that creates a whole other set of problems, right? So, um, you know, I think this should be encouragement that we continue to find reasons to be happy and to find joy and to know that it's all around us. It's in the small things. I think a lot of times we look for the bigger things, the big things, like somebody, I don't know, even somebody bringing you flowers can be a big thing if they ordered flowers and delivered them to you and what have you. But there are smaller things that people do when they smile at you, when they give you a call or send you a message or send you a gift that's goofy, or a gift that tells you good morning and it has beautiful picture on there, beautiful butterflies and beautiful flowers. So even simple things like that, saying a kind word, smiling at someone can actually make you feel better. That can make you feel better. And you raising that energy and that vibration that you carry, and that those are real things, vibration and energy. And don't say that that's like new wave stuff. That's not new wave stuff. Everything's created by God. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to step on anybody else's belief, but the all that energy, if you believe in a higher being, it's from the higher being. My higher being is God. All right. And those things are created. And so energy is a real thing. Negative energy, positive energy, they are real things. And we need to be very aware of the type of energy that we give off and also the energy that we stay around, stay in the environment of. Um, and so, you know, hands down, you got to keep finding reasons to be happy. You have to keep finding reasons. So, I'll continue to use my mom as an example because I had a moment today. I used to call her just about any time that I was getting in the car, give her a call, talk to her, and I was getting ready to do that today. Like that's what came to mind. Oh, I need to call mommy, and realize I'm not going to be able to call mommy. And so that happens often, actually. Not as often because I'm not jumping into a car all the time, but it still happens even when I'm not going in the car. But either way, when it comes to mine, yes, I miss my mom. You can't even imagine how much. But I always now go to something that makes me smile about her, something that she laughed about, something that she got tickled about, things that we laughed about together, acting silly and different things, something that she said, something she got tickled about, that's finding the joy even when you're missing someone that you love dearly. And that allows me to go on and honor her in doing what I need to do for me, right? Because that's why she gave her all to me and my sister, is so that we would do the best for ourselves too and those around us. So, you know, I don't know who I'm talking to today. Maybe I'm only talking to myself. That's okay. Either way, this is a great book. We have, again, Mindset Call tomorrow morning, which is Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, and that's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then we have book club. We're going to be finishing this book, and then we're going to be starting another book next weekend on November the 13th. And that book is The Greatest Mystery in the World, okay, by the same author, Og Mandino. All right, so get the book now so you can join us on that book club. And the book club is on Saturdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturdays. All right, and I'll drop that information again in the comments as I usually try to do when I remember when I get off here. But I thank you, Harriet, for joining me. Thanks for chiming in. Yes, it's an excellent book. And I'm glad that you agree with me about what's true. And for all of you that I cannot actually see who you are that are on, thank you for joining us. I will continue to do. I love doing the Night Owl Chronicles. Please let me know if you like it, if you're still enjoying it. I will be on again on Sunday night at 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10:55 p.m. 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope I said that right. Okay, and just you all can see on the ticker information about me. So if you want to reach out to me, certainly my number is on there, 407-674-5725. You can reach out to me about things pertaining to either one of my, either the wellness products or my weight management services. All right, this is Dr. Nicole, and I am signing off from Night Owl Chronicles. You all have a wonderful night. Rest well and wake up nice and refreshed. Okay? Take care. Good night.